Welcome back, everyone. It's the Bourbon Judge. Ready to have a little bit of fun with Bardstown Discovery Series number 9. Wow, number 9. So 3 different Discovery Series in 2022. Oh man, this was a fun year. Hey, before I kick it off with Discovery Series, I want to give a huge shout out to my newest patrons, my buddy Eric Gable, and then also Court C. So Eric and Court, thank you both so much for supporting the Bourbon Judge. Really appreciate all the support, all the love. Also need to give a huge shout out to all my patrons. I mean, like I said, I think I said in my last episode, we go back and forth, honestly, no matter if it's via Discord, the Patreon app, email, text, you name it, Instagram. I talk to my patrons on a daily basis, different platforms, but I love it, honestly. And so I thank you, each and every one of you, for all your support and all the love, as well as thank you for all my subscribers as well. All right, so we're diving back into Bardstown. So this is Discovery Series number 9, but before I even get into this, have a bit of breaking news. Yes, breaking news. So Bardstown recently announced the new Origin series. So this won't be available not in December, but it will be available in 2023, so just a couple months away, next year. And what's new about this is that this is purely 100% their own distillate, right? So 100% their own distillate, and is actually they're actually going to be releasing 3 different, let's call it, versions. So the first one is a wheated bourbon, and that wheated bourbon is bottled in bond, so obviously, of course, 100 proof. That's a $50 bottle. They're also releasing a rye. I think that one's a little bit more expensive. We always know rye is typically a bit more expensive as a whole. That's a $70 bottle. And then last but not least, they're releasing a, let's call it a regular bourbon, so not the wheated, but another one, a regular bourbon. And that one should be about $45. So I'm extremely excited that Bardstown is actually releasing purely their own distillate. This should be interesting, and I can't wait to get that on the channel. All right, but for now, we will go ahead and let's call it potentially enjoy Bardstown Discovery Series number 9. So let's go back. Number 7. Actually, let's go back to late last year. Number 6 was fantastic. Number 7 got better. I don't know how, but it got better. And then number 8 was, it was 3 Gavel Good. Yes, number 8 was 3 Gavel Good. It had tons of like dark fruits in it, like blackberries, some plums, but it also had like notes of like almost like I remember like French toast kind of notes, almost like a toasted kind of a bourbon kind of a note in it. And it was absolutely just fantastic. So the question is number 9 a buy? And if so, how does it compare to number 8? I think I'm going to pull out number 8 at the end too. Cool? All right. So what do we know about Discovery Series number 9? So it just came out last month. MSRP stayed the same, about $140. And I'm typically okay with paying a little bit more for the Discovery Series, that $140 mark, because it always has older age whiskey blended in it, which is cool. And I love the fact that Bardstown Bourbon Company, honestly, they do a fantastic job straight up with actually blending whiskey. So, hey, they know what they're doing. They know what they're doing by far. Let's just call it that. But this one is a little bit different, my friends. Yes, a little bit different. So it just came out, again, within the last month or so. But this one's a little bit different. So we have... and I'll fly this in so you guys can see it as well. 31% of the whiskey is a 12-year Kentucky whiskey. That's the same. 19% Tennessee. 17-year whiskey, probably Dickel. 15% Ontario corn whiskey. But what's new is this 4th one. This they never did before. At least I don't remember this. 35% of it is Georgia 8-year bourbon. So 35% is Georgia 8-year bourbon, which is very interesting. So this is going to be very interesting to say the least, to see how different it is compared to number 8 and just overall with having some 8-year-old Georgia whiskey in there. All right, let me go ahead and get to the nose real quick of this bad boy. Ooh, what's the proof on this, by the way? All right, 112.5. So they always kind of in that, they're always in the Discovery Series, kind of like that mid 110 range-ish, if you will. So 112.5. All right, let's get into this nose. Ooh, the nose is nice. I found this, like everything else, I poured a little bit into my Infinity bottle. I even shared some of this actually with my my buddies came over the other night, and we had some cigars just kind of hanging out. I let them have a little sample of this as well. They're like, all right, Judge. So we're gonna wait and see. We will see whether or not if my assessment agrees with theirs. I actually held off. So, woo. So this is a couple of things from a nose standpoint. This to me is, I mean, gosh, this is like an ocean, like a wave in the ocean. It's riding so many different things. You have your traditional notes of like your caramel, your brown sugars, but I also get a lot of like a lot of notes of like very like earthy notes, almost like imagine like traditional earthy notes, but like mixed in with like some peanuts as well. So it's not like your traditional peanuts. It's almost like a savory roasted kind of a peanut. It's very interesting. Wow, it's savory with like that roasted kind of peanut kind of a note, but then it's also sweet as well from like the caramel, the brown sugar, a little bit of like some a smidge, and I mean a smidge of like some strawberry notes as well. This is a completely different nose compared to number 8, and I mean completely different. Woo! All right. Hey friends, real quick, 3 quick easy favors. Number 1, hit the like button. Number 2, let me know, are you a big fan of Disco 9 or just even Discovery Series as a whole? And last but not least, come on, go ahead, hit the subscribe button, get it over, hit the bell so that you get notifications each and every time I release new content. All right, my friends. Cheers, everybody. Ooh. Wow. Okay. That is interesting. Let me get a little bit more because there's a little bit left in the glass. 1 second. Ah. All right. Ooh. Woo. So number 1, everything from the nose transfers to the palate. What I do like in the palate, very nice, solid, and long finish. Extremely well-rounded, and at 112.5 proof. So long finish, but it doesn't knock you out, right? This is a very well-rounded experience from a whiskey sipping experience as a whole. What's unique about this is that in the nose, I had a lot of more like savory kind of notes, like earthy kind of notes, but that peanut flavor kind of just mellowed out. It's not overly peanut forward in the palate in the finish, which is actually a good thing in a lot of ways. So I'm glad that kind of just faded off in the palate. That, my friends, is interesting. 2 reasons. I'm going to give you the judgment on this, and then I'm going to compare it to number 8. So, judge, if I see Disco number 9, is this an immediate grab, and why? Or leave it on the shelf. Folks, the verdict is in. Like number 7 and number 8, that also is flat out amazing. And that is definitely a buy. Every day, all day, I mean, literally, that's definitely a buy. Now, I want to prove whether or not, which one's better, number 9 or number 8. Unfortunately, Mrs. Judge is not here, so we're not going to blind it, but I did pour a little bit earlier. Let me just cleanse my palate. I'm wondering how different these two are. All right, so this has been here for a little bit. Let me just kind of dive into this one real quick. This is like 2 fantastic options. Which one do you want more? Oh man. What's nice about this nose on number 8, it has a lot more notes of like, you still have like those black fruits, like or darker fruits rather, like the plums, blackberries, but you also have like the toasted note. And I think it's because in number 8, they use specialized staves in it to kind of finish it. So it was a lot more, let's call it unique as a whole. All right, let me get to number 8 real quick. Cheers again, everyone. Ooh, wow. Oh man. So, I've already said number 9 is hands down a buy. Absolutely fantastic. But my friends, you need to remember, number 8 was 3 gavel good. And it remains 3 gavel good. Number 8, in my opinion, is by far the best Discovery Series released ever. By far, hands down. Number 9 is absolutely amazing, but it doesn't even hold, it's not even in the same league as number 8. Definitely very good and a buy all day, every day. But number 8 is, oh, goodness gracious. This is special whiskey. Hands down, this will definitely be in my top 10 of 2022. I'm going to give it away right now. This will be in my top 10. That whiskey right there, for me and me only, is damn near perfect. All right, my friends, till the next time. Peace, cheers, and most importantly, salute. Take care.